Hey guys, this is a combo video going over the deck I just posted. This is just kind of an overview of the deck we've got pulled up here. I'm not going to run over the whole deck list. This is not a side deck. This is just kind of some notable cards I threw in here. Some of which, I was considering going back and playing. Like I've mentioned, this Wallow that you can play in place of this rank 6 if you want to. Or there's some cool combos you can do with Draco Sack and going into Cherubini. I will say one card I do side out of all of these is the Neospatian Air Hummingbird. I use this sort of like my not red reboot, red resonator. Like going into game 3 if I'm trying to get that, if I need that extra life point push. So it's a pretty cool card. But this is all standard to what I posted the other day. Let's get into some of the combos. We'll get into the most your main kind of combo. This is like you could say like the bread and butter of the deck. This is just off one hero lives. You're able to get Dark Law. You're able to get the Wind Barrier statue, and then you're able to get the Appaloosa with 3 negates. So I think personally, like in a lot of the other builds I see when they're using a hero lives, they'll end with things like DPE and Dark Law, which is pretty good, but I just feel like with the Dark Law, or with the DPE rather, you're just going to get like a pop, and then it'll get banished, and then next standby phase, you'll special summon back maybe like a Deny or a Malicious, but I just feel like you don't get as much out of it. This, I feel like having the 3 negates, the banish everything, and the barrier statue is pretty hard to work around. And for one card, one hero lives, I mean, you can extend off this a lot further, given what the other 4 cards in your hand are. But let's run through this real quick. Let me refresh this here. I had to reset the hand, but yeah, just hero lives, and we'll go through play by play. So your hero lives into the Stratos effect activate, and you will add the Vion. You're going to normal summon the Vion and activate its effect to send the Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist is not going to activate, but you're going to activate Vion's second effect to banish it to add the Poly. And once you do that, you're going to link 2 into Isolde. Isolde is going to activate her effect to add the Neos to hand. And then you're going to activate her second effect to send the DDR to the graveyard to special summon Infernoble. Once he's special summoned, he's going to activate his effect and grab an equip card from the graveyard. So you'll add your DDR. You'll activate the DDR, discard the Neo, special summon back Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist will activate, and this is how you get into your Mass Change. Now you're going to link the other 2 monsters away and summon Cross Sheep. And then you'll Mass Change, get your Dark Law, and then that'll trigger Cross Sheep, and you'll be able to special summon a level 4 from the grave. You're going to get your Stratos. Stratos is going to activate. You're going to add your Malicious. Then you're going to poly into your Sunrise. You're going to activate Sunrise, grab your Miracle Fusion. You're going to banish the Mally, special summon Mally, so you have an extra, because you need 1 extra monster on the field to go into the play. Because otherwise, like, you could grab Liquid Soldier and get another draw off of it, but then you won't have the extra monster to go into the Appaloosa. But say, like, if you did have, like, say, given this is based off of 1 card, like, if you did have that extra monster, if you had another extender, like, whether it be instant contact or whether it be like a bubble man, either one of those, if you have either one of those, then instead of the Mally, you can send the Liquid Soldier and you can get a draw 2. But you special summon those, you'll activate the Miracle Fusion, summon your second Sunrise, overlay into the Falcon, detach a special summon barrier, and then you'll send those off to summon your Appaloosa. So this is the end board, and this is just off one hero lives. Again, you can do a bunch of other stuff with it, but this is a very good starter. This other board was a little more crazy. I would almost, and it's not as likely that you're gonna do this. It's still very possible, and you can do things similar to this. And thinking back on it, there's another route I would do outside of this. There's a way, like with that hand, instead of this board, you can end with Appaloosa, Wind Barrier, totally awesome, and Dark Law, and then I think like 2 other cards. Still with the Spirit Neos in hand, but I'll touch on that. Let's refresh this here. this is the hand I posted on Facebook. Those 2 hero lives, a Mally, a instant contact, and Liquid Soldier. So I'll pause it and we'll play. Pause it, go and play will play. So hero lives, Stratos effect, add the Ferris, and this is why I play like the Ferris. Like if you draw into Mally and you have hero lives, then you can just go off. Special summon the Ferris, ditching the Mally. Then you can link into your Cross Sheep, instant contact, and again this card is insane. Triggers a Cross Sheep, special summons the Stratos. Stratos is going to search. Here we're going to get the Vion. Because we have another extender, we're going to try to go for the Azulde so we can get the Flint. So we're going to banish, special summon, get our 2 warriors in the grave. It's really good to have Stratos in the grave because of how many ways you can summon it. You're going to get the Azulde. Azulde's effect is going to grab your soldier here. It's important that you do not get a dark hero, and it's important that you do not get Bubble Man. So you could get, I think, Neos, but you want to make sure you get this here, Soldier or Neos or one of those two, because it's going to come up later. So you're going to send, and it doesn't matter what equip card you send here. You can send anything because you're not going to, you're not using it because you're special summoning the Flint. Here, this is a misplay. Do not normal summon this first. First thing you want to do before you normal summon this is you want to special summon the Vion, because this is how you get to your mass change. You're going to Vion into the Shadow Mist, and then second effect, banish, add the Poly, and then you're going to Liquid Soldiers. Liquid Soldier special summon Shadow Mist effect. Get mass change, and you've got a bunch of monsters on the field right here. So I go ahead and get into Apollousa just to save some room. It's going to have 2 negates on it. This is where you overlay for the Bahamut Shark, detach, special summon Toad, Poly, into those 2 to summon your Sunrise. And then Sunrise is going to grab Miracle Fusion. So right here is where you could Miracle Fusion and then special summon Sunrise, overlay those 2, and then you can I would summon the Dark Law first, and then you would detach, special summon the Wind Bearer. So you'll have Dark Law, Bahamut Shark, totally awesome, and Apollousa with 2 negates, which is very strong in itself. The difference being, instead of the Pit Knight, you'll have Bahamut Shark, which, like, after you use this one time, it's kind of just a dead card, but you can use it for material next turn. You just can't summon any wind monsters. So let's see here. So we're going to send those 2 off to get the Pit Knight early. We're going to Miracle Fusion, banishing those 2 to summon the Sunrise and to summon a second Sunrise. But the main thing right here is that, and why I was able to actually do that board, is that when I banished the Liquid Soldier, I was able to draw into Ian Shuffle. I know, like, right now I didn't because this is I was trying to remake the combo for you, but in that specific situation, the reason why I was able to do that is because I drew into the Ian Shuffle. And this is what I mentioned in one of the other videos. Like, if you draw Ian Shuffle late game, you've already set up most of your board, and as long as you don't have the Wind Barrier lock, then it's just going to give you any rank 4. So here, Ian Shuffle, special summon back the Stratos. You're going to set your mass change in your hero live, so you can special summon Bubble Man, special bubble, overlay for the 4, and this is where you get your Rafflesia. And then on their standby phase, you're going to send the Shadow Mist. Since it's the next turn, he can activate again, add you back to Neos, and you've got your Dark Law. So this is a cool board. I don't think this is the best board. I don't think this is the most optimal. I'm going to play around with it some more and figure out some cooler combos. Like I said, I think the instead of going for the Pit Knight, if you went for the Wind Barrier statue, you'd have a much stronger board. But if you guys have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys like this. I'll be posting some updates. I think I'm going to make a couple changes to the deck. But just let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.